Welcome to the Hypnolady Show. I'm Maureen Pisani, your host, and here we will discuss all sorts of topics regarding life, its problems, complementary modalities that help, and what to do to empower yourself on a daily basis. We will discuss all kinds of modalities and how and why they give you results and what you can do to have a better today every day. As we go through episode by episode, I will be discussing all kinds of topics, but remember, I will never highlight a problem without offering you a solution. So make sure you listen all the way. Fair? Ready? Good. Let's go. Welcome to the Hypnolady Show. Yes, I'm Maureen Pisani, your host, and today we're going to talk about two very amazing, interesting, incredibly effective topics. Therapeutic guided imagery and handwriting analysis. Curious? Good. Let's go. Therapeutic guided imagery. What is it? Well, it's a very interesting tool. Some people call it visualization. Some people call it guided meditation. Some people call it guided imagination. Therapeutic guided imagery. Let's take it one step at a time. Imagery is how we imagine, how we picture things, how we visualize things. Therapeutic guided imagery is because I'm going to walk you through these images to help you in a therapeutic setting. Why is it important to have this? Because our unconscious mind is like a 6-year-old little brat. You know when, and I know you remember, when we used to have those moods where I'm doing this because I can do it, and I'm doing it wrong, but I'm too stubborn to receive, so nobody can tell me what to do because I'm doing it. You remember those days? Well, that's how your unconscious mind is still working. So when it comes to how we do the journey through the hypnotherapeutic pathway here, if I had to come and tell you in hypnosis, you were going to your unconscious mind is going to go, are you kidding me? Why? Because you say so? Therapeutic guided imagery is this beautiful tool where I can give you scenarios and stories and walk you through these amazing experiences. But because they're over there, and because they belong to that person, and because we're talking about those people, your unconscious mind is actually quite safe. And because it feels safe, and because it is not being attacked, then guess what? It accepts the suggestions. And when it accepts the suggestions, guess what? You succeed. See? So how can we create therapeutic guided imagery? How can we create visualizations for ourselves within the last 30 minutes of your day, settling down in bed, relaxing? Instead of thinking about the bad stuff, you can finish up and recap your day with a beautiful sense of gratitude. Think of 3-5 things you are grateful for, or think about what would you like to launch in your future. And imagine you're seeing somebody else's life, as in seeing yourself in third person. Instead of saying, if I had to do this exercise, I wouldn't say, I want to see me doing this. I want to say, let me see how Maureen's life is going to be. When Maureen does this, this is what she's going to receive. Is that safe for Maureen to accept? When Maureen does this and she promotes her life or upgrades her life or improves her life, what is she going to release and what is she going to accept? Would it be okay for Maureen to release stress? Yeah, I think that would be okay. It would be okay for Maureen to receive peace of mind. Yeah, that would be okay. So it's over there and it's for Maureen. And yes, it is acceptable to release and to accept the good. So there you go. Fair? When it comes to handwriting analysis, so I know we live in a world where handwriting is almost a dying skill. But there are still times when we do handwrite, and there are still times when handwriting is going to help us tremendously. Handwriting is an idiomotor response, idio thinking, motor handwriting, right? So when I'm doing the handwriting analysis, I can glean so much information because technically it's not what you wrote, it's how you wrote it that I'm assessing. And there are many traits that are going to give me clues as to what you're going through. From a handwriting sample, I can tell you what your confidence level is, what your self-esteem level is. Are you a beginner? Are you a finisher? Are you enthusiastic? Are you giving everything away? Are you protecting yourself? Are you happy? Are you ecstatic? Are you motivated? Are you depressed? I can tell you so many things. Are you honest to yourself, to others? Seriously, I can do an entire report from a page of handwriting. Now, why is this important to you today? Because we have emotions that are flowing through us. And those emotions are going to be what you and I can handle in the moment. So if there's an experience that you really are struggling with, grab this amazing tool called a pen. Grab the pen and start writing. The idiomotor response technique of handwriting, just like I told you, I pick up a lot of information that I glean from the way you wrote the words because the emotion went through the body onto the paper through your arm. So when you're releasing the emotions. They're going from your brain down the arm all the way onto paper. The best way for you to release negative emotions in the moment is handwrite and then rip them to shreds. Don't be polite. Don't be genteel. Don't drop them in the nice shredder. Rip them to shreds. It is amazingly cathartic. Come from a space where you know you have all the stuff bubbling up and it needs to go somewhere. So instead of yelling or instead of becoming aggressive or instead of saying the wrong thing to the wrong person, which you know you don't mean, get it out of your system by writing. It works. It makes a tremendous difference. Nobody's going to see what you wrote. So this is not a spelling exam. Write it out. Whatever colorful language you need to use, write it out. Get it out of your system. Now, when it comes to handwriting analysis, I have a workshop that I'm going to be making public soon because, and you'll find this when anything with me, you'll know how long ago it was according to my hair. You will find that pre-COVID, I had a completely different hairdo. And post-COVID, this is natural. This is what it is. But the funny part is you'll see how and when I taught things according to the hairstyle. So I did a workshop on handwriting analysis where I walk you through how high is your T? How high is your crossbar on your T? Are you slanting forwards or are you slanting backwards? By the way, if you slant right this way, like the thrive is written, that shows me extroversion. If you write straight up like the pro is written, that means head rolled. If you write slanting back, that means introversion. Are you dotting the I like the thrive? Are you dotting the I above it, which means attention to detail? Are you dotting far away? Are you skipping the dots? If you dot far away, you just show me you like efficiency. If you're skipping the dots, you're showing me that you know I should know that that word is thrive. So why dot the I? It's automatic. It's understood. It's implied. There are so many things I can tell you. The reason it's important is because self-confidence is essential in our life, and self-esteem determines how we accept behavior. So if I'm coming from a space, now, if I had to have the letter T right there, that letter T, the length of the T is almost as high as the H, which the stem of the T shows me self-esteem. The crossbar right now here is as high as the arch, which technically is not good. So in this case, the crossbar, which is self-confidence, needs to be higher up, just like the T needs to be higher up. So when it comes to how you write things, the letter T has to be all the way up, as high as the other letters, as high as the H, or as high as the B, or as high as the D. And the crossbar has to be higher than the arch of the H. Now, what else would you need to know? What other letters are going to give me information about you? What other letters are deterring your moving forward? So handwriting is not just, let's get this grocery list on a piece of paper. It's how am I feeling about me? How am I feeling about others? And when it comes to what you do, the first thing to do, remember, you can never unring the bell. So instead of saying it and then going, oh my gosh, that should not have been said, it's too late. Handwrite it out. Get it out of your system. It's the best way to release it. And then when you release it, then you feel better. By the way, you can also write, I am worthy. I am confident. I deserve the best. Because from the hand, it goes in and up to the brain. And you start accepting it. I am peaceful. I am calm. I am bringing in more clients. I am making more money. Yeah. Remember, every upgrade brings us change. So this is where the two worlds come together, the therapeutic guided imagery and the handwriting. When you write, I am making more money, how much more? Because if I give you a penny, that's more money. I am making more money. I'm making $1,000, $1,100 more a week. I am making 100,000 more a month. Write it out. How much? Not I wish to, not I desire to, not I want to. I am making. I am earning. I am creating. I am receiving. My bank account has this much in it, which is obviously more. Then think about, fast forward your life. If you're making X amount more, how is your life going to be? Because as we upgrade, we all adapt our lives. And if we adapt our lives, guess what? Certain things are going to be released. But what if your unconscious mind doesn't know what releasing stress feels like? So it holds on to it because it thinks it's actually worth it. What if that's the only thing that's stopping you from making your millions? So think about it. As you progress your life, as you fast forward your life, what are you going to hold on to? What are you going to release? What will be automatically released, and is that acceptable to you? And what will you automatically accept, and is that acceptable to you? I'll give you an example. When you make more money and you buy a bigger house, what if when you buy a bigger house, the bigger house has too many windows? What if you have a secret fear and too many windows means unsafe? This is all in your unconscious mind. You don't even realize it. You just realize that when you were a child, something happened and you didn't feel safe. Fast forward into the future, you want to make more money. You want to have more money, be more successful, which means a bigger house, which means more windows, which means feeling unsafe. Do you see why you haven't made money yet? So I want you to come from a space where you start allowing. And of course, you have questions, reach out. thehypnoladyshow.com. Contact Maureen, send me messages. I'll answer. Maybe we'll have a full episode. We'll answer all your questions. So I am here for you, giving you information that I don't think you knew before. And if you have questions, comments, suggestions, send out the messages. Remember to like and subscribe, and please tell your friends so I can actually help more. For right now, this is it. Again, this is Maureen Pisani with the Hypnolady Show. So remember to continue to shine brightly and continue to be blessed. Bye-bye. It's been great having you with me. If you're interested in getting daily updates, just subscribe to this podcast, in which case it will pop up every single day for you to listen to. If you'd like me to bring up a certain topic or answer specific questions, reach out to me at thehypnoladyshow.com. Find Contact Maureen and send it over. Thank you for joining me. I really, truly appreciate you. If you enjoyed what's been shared today, feel free to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. That's it for me. I'm looking forward to talking with you tomorrow, but for now, shine at your brightest and continue to be blessed.